What's up, guys, and welcome back to Savage Royale. So, there's been coming out a lot of new Senate polls. Most of them show Democrats winning key races like North Carolina, Michigan, and Maine. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I know that if these polls are true, it is very bad news for the Republicans, but I doubt that they hold through to election day. But today I'm going to talk about the trends that has affected the Senate races, especially Senate Class 2, which is up for election in 2020. Last decades or so. So right now, the Republicans control 53, the Democrats control 47 with the independents, and there are relatively few pickup opportunities for the Republicans. They're probably going to take Alabama. They have a good, decent shot at Michigan, and a bit smaller chance again on places like Minnesota, while like New Hampshire and Virginia and New Mexico has turned out to be out of reach for the GOP. So the Republicans are quite extended because of huge gains in the Senate races in 2014. As you see here, the Republicans won a lot of Democratic-held seats, but most of these had been Democratic-held for a long time. Only 3 of them was won by the Democrats in 2008 from the Republicans. So you have of course, North Carolina with Tom Tillis, Shelmore Capito in West Virginia, Iowa with Joni Ernst, also you have South Dakota, Montana, Colorado, Alaska, Arkansas, and Louisiana. So it was 9 pickups for the GOP in 2014, so you would expect that the Democrats have a lot of pickup opportunities. But 5 of these now are in deeply solid Republican states and are not going to be contested. These 5 are West Virginia, Arkansas, Louisiana, South Dakota, and Alaska. And until the entry of Steve Bullock in Montana, that one was also considered safe GOP. But if you go even further back to 2008, you can see that only Colorado, Alaska, and North Carolina was actually contested in these elections. So the long-held Republican seats in Oregon, Colorado, and New Mexico were taken, along with New Hampshire, which has elected so many Republican senators up through the years, and Virginia, which was a Republican stronghold and had not elected a Republican presidential candidate since 1964 when Obama won it. So while Republicans are no longer very competitive in states like Oregon, New Mexico, Virginia, and even not that much competitive in New Hampshire and Minnesota, Democrats are no longer competitive in typical states of the inner South like Louisiana and Arkansas. They're no longer competitive in West Virginia, and they used to have Senate seats in both North Dakota and South Dakota, even one in Nebraska. No, now that's all gone, and they're not going to win it back in any foreseeable future, because that's how trends have been. The Republicans have lost a lot of the voters on the coasts in states like Oregon, and as the country has become more polarized, it is very unthinkable to see people like those in New Mexico elect a Republican senator. Meanwhile, the Republicans have really gained a tough grip on most of the southern states, and while Virginia is also a southern state that the Republicans have been losing, they have really strengthened their grip on the more central southern area like Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Louisiana, West Virginia. They were all states that elected Bill Clinton in 1996 and 1992, and something like that would be unthinkable today. So if you look at this map right now today, the trends are really favoring Democrats in western states like Colorado and Arizona. And that is not completely because of Latino immigration, it is also because of urbanization and growing suburbs. While the Republicans are probably going to pick up Alabama, they are really not favored in those southwestern states. In North Carolina, it's more of a tie, when as Republicans have won every Senate and presidential election there, going back to 2010, they lost them both in 2008. It would be really a challenge for the Democrats to make a pickup, and it's hard to see why that would be a state that trends a lot in their direction. Anyway, that's it from me today, guys. Please like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.